Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So no message, let's just hop in and see what Spirit wants to share. So we've got Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and what are you? Wisdom of the Oracle. So I'm hearing 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just 2 of these ones. 1, 2. All right, so what do we got here? We've got the Orphaned card with Y. And then all the other ones I put downward, so I haven't actually seen those yet. And I'm feeling all of a sudden, I got goosebumps, so freaking cold. I'm feeling abandoned. I definitely am feeling orphans. And so when you look at her, there's this girl on this mountain. It's kind of in a bird's nest. She's wearing white. And then if you look, she's got a carrot. It's almost like she's like a snowman, and then she kind of like melted down. And so Spirit said that we're in this phase in between winter and spring. And so I don't know why, but they say that in between this time is when people seem to be the saddest. It's like spring is coming, the excitement of everything, the warmth, the growing, the everything, but it's not quite here. And so it's almost like things get warmed up, and then it's like just kind of melting. And then they showed more of the winter before, because I thought that would be harder. But like, no, we got holidays, we got Christmas, we got all these other things. And so they kind of show a lull, right? We've kind of gotten through that excitement, and now we've gone into the cold. And so it's almost, they're showing the point where the freezing is, the super cold, and then when it starts to warm up. Not quite spring, but from the freeze to the warm up. They say a lot of people go down, kind of downhill in that time. They're like melting snowmans, they say. And so there's a lot of people right now who are questioning themselves because they're not feeling like how they're used to feeling. They're like, what's wrong with me? Like, why don't I have the same energy? Like, am I sick? Am I depressed? Am I this? Am I something? And Spirit says a little bit, yes, because right, we've gone from the not solstices, equinox, like in the summer into fall, right? We've got the sun, and now we've gone through the darkest nights. We haven't had that much sun. So I don't know if you take vitamin D every day and those kind of things, but after a while, about this time, they say, we might be a little bit deficient. That might be so Spirit's saying to soak up the sun, to get vitamin D, and always check with your doctor. If you're feeling energetically fatigued, there might be something up with your blood levels, but Spirit in this reading is just saying it's normal with this season. It's not quite go time, but it's almost like, they show a perfect, beautiful snowy day, and everything's white, and it's so pretty. But then afterwards, things start to melt, and people walk through it, and how it turns all muddy and gross. That's kind of what they see. It's like things have melted a little bit, but it turned into that mud. So let's see what the other cards we got. Okay, one of them was in the upright, but I didn't look at it. But we have the Knowledge card, followed by the Heaven and Earth card. We have 8 of rods or flames, fire. Forgot this is like elements. And then last but not least, wisdom in the reverse. So what I am being drawn to is we had knowledge and he's sitting there reading a book. We have this why and they're reaching for the book, but the wisdom in reverse. And so when I go back to this knowledge, they keep saying that you know exactly what to do. Because when I look in here, they've got the apples and all these like little vials and spices and books, and he's making something. And what I'm getting is you have the knowledge on how to waken yourself up from this abandoned, orphaned melt feeling. Yeah, because as I said, maybe if you're lethargic and those kind of things, go to your doctor, get your levels checked and things like that. But what I'm getting is the cold, we kind of hibernate. And so now that there's things for you to do, right? You need to eat healthy. You need to exercise. You need to have something that stimulates your mind creatively. Like all these things we need. We need connection with others. We need rest and quiet. We need music and we need dance. Absolutely. And so they know what kind of feeds your soul in this fire time. Whereas I feel like the snowman wants to be like solid still, firm and stiff. That's what they're saying. But it is a time to kind of come out into the fire energy. So there's that eight of, I keep wanting to say rods or wands. This is wands energy, but fire, right? And so fire, 8 of fire is like quick movement. And so they're saying to move. Yeah, because you sat so much in the frozen, and that's fine because in the hibernation time when it was the darkest, but I'm seeing things starting to heat up now, and it's starting to come back into spring. So things are kind of like that now. And so as that goes, there's a need to let go of those emotions that are kind of like purging through. From now until the actual spring, they're saying is a special time for you because yes, you want to get up and things are going to move really, really fast. So take this time to slow down still, right? Maybe it seems lethargic and lonely and isolated, but now you can go and read those books that you always wanted to catch up on. How many books do we buy? Like, especially those who are collectors. You've got a stack that you have intentions of getting to one day, but never getting to. And so that's why you have the knowledge, you have the book, but not the wisdom because it hasn't been read and applied. And so they're saying when it comes to this heaven and earth one, they're showing the cycle as 2 cycles. It's like day and night kind of thing, summer and winter. So they're taking away the spring and the fall. It's more of like hot and cold. So there is something for you to learn in the isolation period still. And then there's something to learn with the fire and the movement. Fire and ice. How can we bring the fire and ice? No, they say don't bring the ice. There is not a single blue anything here. Here we have earth. We have more earth. That's what they say. So as you sit here in your castle or whatever, thinking like, I'm so bored. I'm trapped. How do I get down? I'm so lonely. I'm everything. But underneath the snow, roots are taking. Everything's starting to grow. There's now sprouts, and pretty soon the blooms will reach out through the snow. So there's still something for you to learn in this period. So while everything is doing things, you're maybe not seeing it because you're not feeling the fire. You're feeling a little bit of heat, but that little bit of heat is just like 0 degrees, like where things can kind of melt and whatever. It's not actually heat. It's not actually igniting anything in you. And so there still is that cool down time. There's a little bit of, right, I see this earth coming, but once all the snow's melted and all this has presented itself, they're showing this wisdom with the orphan girl. Do you see how it's like gray and foggy and blah, blah? It's like something to do with the mind. There's something cloudy with the mind, and the mind isn't seeing things clear. It's saying, I'm alone. I'm really, really sad. I need something. I'm abandoned. They don't like me. And maybe that is the case. Maybe right now is your path to walk on your own, just to find clarity a bit in your mind, because I am seeing so much gray and illusions and those kind of things. Everything is growing beneath the surface. There's just something for you to learn still. So how can we take away this gray and the foggy and illusion? Well, we need to light something. We need to add a light to dissipate through all that. So why? Why do you feel this way? I'm getting, it's almost like you're so cold because it is winter that it's kept you kind of like locked and frozen and lethargic. And they're saying that's like, go sit in a warmer part of the house. Somewhere, set up a nook, they say. Set up a nook that is warm, where you feel comfortable in your body. Put your feet up, get your hot chocolate, get your tea, get your book. Because again, there's that stack of books that you've been meaning to get to for so long. And learn it, they say. Because right now, there's nothing else going on. Maybe you have been abandoned. Maybe you have been orphans. So there's no responsibilities for you. And so enjoy this moment. I feel like from now until spring, it's such a brief thing that you're going to want to try and force things to happen, but enjoy this moment. This is for you to rest and recuperate so that when the thaw does come, you've read that book. You now have worked that knowledge into you. You understand it. Now that book and that knowledge is wisdom because you've lived it. You understand it. It's not just you read it. You've lived it. That's the difference. And so you can never get the knowledge in that book until you've actually picked up the book. And you're so lucky that you have all this free time right now to learn this valuable information that spirit, heaven and earth, they're trying to move mountains for you. Heaven and earth, they've been trying to get this information to you. They want you to know, especially spirit wants you to know, that you haven't been abandoned. You have not been orphaned, that they've been with you the whole time. And they're really trying to get this to you. Because once you just have that understanding of why, that's when everything is going to go. But if you don't know why, it's best just to stop right now, assess the situation, and get a little bit more clarity. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.